Thank you for taking time to learn more about the Keeneland Portfolio. The Keeneland Portfolio is designed to help you manage the sales process, everything from managing your financial and account information to tracking horses of interest. This computer-based instruction is broken down into individual modules. Each module highlights features and functions of the Keeneland Portfolio in a logical progress from administrative tasks to building and managing your horse list to managing your financials. So let's begin by logging on to the portfolio. The portfolio is secured by requiring a username and password. I will enter my username and password now, and we can begin to describe the administrative tasks. In the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a Help button. From the Help information pop-up, you will see a link to the user documentation. We highly recommend that you print this document for future reference. It contains detailed instructions on all the Keeneland Portfolio functions. The other Help option is a link to the change log. This web page will be used over time to communicate enhancements and fixes that are made from time to time. The first administrative function that we will discuss is the Contact Info button. From this screen, we can manage our addresses, phone numbers, and email. By double-clicking on an address, we can enter the edit mode. You have the option to modify any of the information presented. This is also the screen where you can designate where you want your catalog sent. Please remember that only the April catalog can be sent to a P.O. box. To access phone numbers, double-click on the accordion tab labeled Phone Numbers. By double-clicking a phone number, we enter the edit mode. You have the option to modify any of the information presented. To access an email address, click on the accordion tab labeled Email Address. Email addresses are very important to keep up to date. It will be the primary mechanism we will use to communicate with you during the sale. By double-clicking on an email address, we enter the edit mode. You have the option to modify any of the information presented. The next administrative function we want to cover is Portfolio Access. Each account must have one administrative account. This account is identified by the check mark under the Admin column. By double-clicking on the administrative account, you will enter the edit mode. You can change your username and password, as well as the name and email address associated with your account. You may choose to create additional accounts to enable other users to have access to your information. We've enabled you to segregate the various privileges assigned to other accounts. You must explicitly define what functions and additional accounts have. As you can see, I've created a test account that only has authority to access the alert functions. The final administrative feature that I want to go over is alerts. Alerts can be used to save you time and keep you informed throughout the sale. You can activate one or more alerts. When an alert is triggered, an email will be sent to the designated email address. As a reminder, email addresses can be added from the Contact Info button. So let's talk about the various alerts available. All of these alerts are only pertinent to the horses on your horse list. In the next module, we will talk about creating your horse list. The first alert is horse taken out. You will receive an email if your horse on your horse list is withdrawn from the sale. Catalog updates. Each night we process race updates, and we will notify you if any of your horses have updates. Vet comments are alerts that are sent as soon as they are entered into our system. This commonly occurs the day that the horse is going through the ring. Hips and ring. This alert is intended to help ensure that you are aware what's happening in the sales ring. You can specify any number. In this example, we want to be notified when a horse is 10 hips away. This excludes outs and reflects an accurate alert of 10 horses to be sold before your horse enters the ring. Hammer price. This alert will be sent with the hip number and the hammer price. It does not necessarily reflect that the horse is sold. Summary buyer info. This alert will be sent with a hip number, sale price, and a buyer name. If the horse does not meet its reserve, this information will be specified. Van release. This alert will be sent if you have purchased the horse. It will signify that the van release paperwork has been issued. As I mentioned earlier, you can activate one or more of these alerts. Additionally, you can specify alerts to be sent to a unique email address. By clicking on the Change button, I can specify one or more email addresses. In my portfolio, all of my alerts are being sent to my test email account, except Hips in the Ring, which has been being sent to my personal email. This concludes the introduction and description of the administrative functions. Please proceed to Module 2 to inform you on how to create your horse list.